Hi guys, how's it going? So today we are at my parents' house for two reasons. Number one, which I think you guys are going to love, is we are going to do a renovation tour.
Yeah.
It's pretty much done. There are a few minor things.
Yeah.
Like
minor.
The fridge.
The fridge and a rug and some pictures and like maybe staging some tabletops. I mean, that's
to me, it looks so good. I mean, the fridge doesn't fit the space that the new one will fit, and it's a little dinged up. It's one of their old ones. So anyway, there's those few minor things, but largely everything else, I mean, including this beautiful pergola, all done. We're going to walk you through it. Actually, Mom will walk us through it. And then I did go to Andrew's this morning, and I picked up two trees that we walked through the nursery a few weeks ago and tagged a couple trees to put in the new garden space, which was completely laid waste, you know, because they had to get...
They had dump trucks, concrete trucks, big earth moving stuff. I don't know. I mean, big, heavy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course, everything kind of got messed up over there. So we're going to bring you along from today, what it looks like completely kind of, it's not completely bare. I mean, there's still stuff around the perimeter, but
thankfully
the center is bare. So we're going to bring you along for that. And we're going to start today with two trees if we can get them out of the truck. I had to use a forklift to get them into the truck, so we might not do that today.
How are our muscles today?
I don't know. I was thinking, do you have cinder blocks? Could we like make a stair step?
And we also, I think we have ramps.
Oh.
I think. I'll have to look in one of the barns, but if they are, they're going to be lovely.
We'll figure it out. Okay, Mom, what do you think? We'll just start back right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna back it way up.
Okay.
Here. Because you guys know this is the entry area right here. There's the Twombly's Red Sentinel Japanese Maple and the starting of, you know, the terraced gardens right down there.
Yeah.
Turn this way and here it is.
Here it is. It's just so in good repair, and it's just so nice. The entryway doors in the same place, but different doors. They're taller, quite a lot taller.
Yeah.
And new porch lights everywhere. And then they did this paver patio deck.
I'm gonna get close on it real quick so you guys can see. We went to Boise. Did we do that in a video? I think we might have.
I think we may have. And so they're actually coming tomorrow because our contractor, who is like super fussy, which I love, he picked up that there was a couple of loose tiles, and so he's having them come back. So I have only things temporarily placed because they're going to be moving them tomorrow. It's like one step forward, two steps back. You know?
You know what I love? Just standing right here is it seems much more accessible. You know, it seems wider and it's just much more open than it used to be.
It totally is.
Because you guys, the deck, can you show where the deck used to go to?
Well, the deck, okay, it came up here, and then we did have stairs that angled off here. They were like those fake wood decking products, but they were like, the treads were barely big enough for my feet. You know, your dad's were 13.
Yeah, a little bigger than yours,
Yeah, and anyway, so it went this way. So this was like this, but much smaller. And then this, it went like this. It walked up, but it was only about this wide. See where this little deal is?
Yeah.
It was only about like that. And so they swung it out around here. There's a door right here.
So
that
nice.
Actually has a screen. It's coming. It's coming, the screen door. So that's one of the things that's not done. But it's way tall, way taller.
And I like the porch lights. That was a couple trips we made.
Yes, and the lady in Boise, I can't remember the company name, but anyway, they're wonderful, wonderful people. In fact, every single person has been great, including the refrigerator man, even though it's like, we ordered in October and it's going to be here in July.
Oh, July now. Oh,
July
my
now.
word.
It was March, then April, then May, now it's July.
Oh, well, there you go.
But yeah, they want to give us an ice machine though to make up for the, and I like that kind of ice.
Yes, I do too.
Kind of
they want to throw in an extra?
Yeah, which they don't have to do that.
No.
Super
that is
nice. Yeah.
But let me just pan to the right so you guys can see what we're going to be working with today. There was a locust tree about here, and then, you know, of course, grass and flower beds that were around the front of the deck right there. And the deck itself only came out to...
Well, it went right there.
Right here?
It kept going straight.
So this is all new.
That's
like,
all new.
All extra square footage inside and out.
Yeah. And in fact, this wall was here, but this was not. It just went straight. And and it jogged that way.
Right.
And then the kitchen window basket and some French doors were over there, but this is entirely
like it went in about 8 feet.
At
from
least
there.
8 feet.
Yeah, and so all of that from 8 feet this way and to this edge, that's all new inside square footage.
All new. And this is
a beast pergola. I love it.
This is not going anywhere.
No, it's not. I love that. I don't like skimpy looking ones.
I mean, when they first put up these two beams, they didn't cut them off before they put them up. They look like giant goalposts. I came home and I said, it looks like the pillars of Rome. And they were just sticking up in the air like eyesores. And he assured me that it would look balanced when they got them cut down. So anyway, it's wonderful. And I'm going to grow a couple of Crimson Glory vines, which are fruitless grapes.
Ornamental grapes.
Ornamental grapes.
Yeah, beautiful red color in the fall.
Yeah, but no mess of the fruit. But the beauty, and there's big leaves, so it provides shade.
Yeah.
We did lose our shade with our big locust tree, which I felt like I was such a traitor having it taken out, but it was in our foundation.
Yeah, it needed to go.
It was the wrong tree. It was here when we moved in, one of the few trees, and so we'd been pruning it. It was beautiful, but it was just the wrong tree that close to a house.
Right.
So we just kept knowing it was in our future to take it out, but we kept putting it off.
Sure.
Till we were forced to take it out.
As you do when the tree still looks good and provides shade.
Yeah.
I love this. We actually sat out here a couple nights ago. Yeah, the whole family was out here and we just fit perfectly.
Yeah.
And there's, the little bistro set over there. It just, I don't know. It feels fun to be closer to the raised bed garden too.
Well, it's kind of like you just go right out and pick your dinner. And even though it's always been fairly close, this is close. Yeah. And so it feels all totally unified. And
I'm going to walk out this way. Actually, let's walk down here. These stairs are how much wider than the last ones?
Oh, they're about probably 3 feet wider.
Yeah, I would say.
And these treads are so nice. So the flower beds will be kind of curved around, come out about a foot in front of the stairs because I don't want the sprinklers to hit the stairs.
Yeah.
So we'll have something right here, steppables or something like that. And then it'll swing around here. You can kind of see the pink line. You can kind of see the pink line. So there's a little paver pathway that's coming in, and it'll come in. And I think, and right here it'll swing. I think we'll just kind of like step up off onto grass.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I like grass going through here. Yeah. So I think we're going to stop it'll be a nice transition between the sidewalk or the paver pathway and the grass. But this is what you get left with when you're redoing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of the process. And you guys can see right over here, there's a little extension of the patio built on for the grill.
Yeah.
So that, in fact, we kind of labored over that decision one evening. We were all out here and the grill was up here. And we just thought, if you put the grill up here, then you won't be able to freely walk around. You have to like step down on the stairs and then back up. So this was kind of an afterthought.
Well, and these are not pretty.
No, they're not. I mean, we use them a lot.
We use it several times a week, but I don't want to look at it.
Right.
So there we go.
Yeah, it looks good.
So Pedro came afterwards and did this little piece, this little piece of patio.
And the nice stairs leading off this side. It'll look so fun when there's, pavers coming down this way and you can really fill up this flower bed again.
And pots, containers with flowers. And, it's just, this is just the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to swing to our left here so you guys can get a feel.
This will be kind of the before.
Yeah. So we've got a tree in the back of the truck. They're huge trees. In fact, it took me forever to get out here. I didn't drive over 25 because they have leaves on them and I have big red tape hanging off of them because they come out the back of my truck like 12 feet. I swear, they're so tall. But there's one for sort of in this area and then one for kind of where the locust was, but a little bit further out, I think.
Yeah.
You think?
It'll provide some much needed shade. But the contractor, we have... we're ordering a very a custom fit, I guess that you call it that, because it'll fit from edge to edge. That'll be electric shade.
Oh, a shade, yeah.
But they went down to the local hardware and just picked up a couple of crank blinds because they said you'll be so much more comfortable. I mean, that's how they are. They do that extra thing, and it would have taken Dad and I a full day and maybe some arguing before we got those
Most likely.
They did it in 20 minutes.
Oh, and it really does make this usable because this is west, and this spot gets nailed with the hot afternoon sun until trees start to shade it.
Yes.
So the other night when we were all here, they had the shades down, and everybody was able to sit comfortably right there with no trees.
And it was warm.
Yeah.
These I do notice I have these turned wrong. I need to have them match. But anyway, they're coming down tomorrow because there's a couple of these pavers that are loose.
Oh, but you're actually able to use these this
yeah,
time.
and so I'll put big potted flowers on here. And you can have them as sideboards. Like if you want to serve food or whatever, you can have them as a sideboard.
Yeah.
So
And there's several. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
there's 4.
They're kind of like a little fence around the
Well, it kind of
edges.
keeps people from
Toppling
falling
over.
off.
It could
like,
happen.
Hey, yeah, it very well could.
Yep.
You know, one wrong step and they're over. So these are like stout.
Yeah.
Be hard to push these over.
Yeah, it really would. Okay, do you want to head in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through the front doors.
Okay.
You guys are going to love this. Ready to roll?
Yeah, come on in.
Oh my goodness. I just am going to take a slow pan from left to right. And I wish you guys could just be standing here because you know how it is.
Yeah.
Things are always different on camera than it feels in real life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's so open and spacious.
Yeah. I am beyond thrilled. Yeah.
So right where you're standing, I'm going to maybe turn around.
Okay.
So yeah, like this.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, the high doors and the high windows, I think, make a tremendous difference in here.
I do too. I do too. And, you know, I thought at first it was just going to be way too much, but I love the light. And like right now, we have 2 doors open so you get a cross breeze. So it just, and you hear the sounds of outside when you're inside.
And the dining room table fits beautifully.
Yes.
With the extra leaves in it.
Yeah, you need them. Because it would look weird. It'd
Right.
look like you have a card table up in here.
Right. Kind of like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you guys remember what this place looked like at Christmas?
Tight.
I mean, we made it work.
Yes, we did.
But, well, I'm talking about this year when you were mid-renovation.
Oh.
Way different.
That
I mean, look
was-
at this kitchen.
Yeah. It is just so lovely. Everything is so tall and everything works right.
Yeah.
It's all in good repair. It's all clean at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. There's
And
that.
so you had to take the whole roof off right here, correct?
From that beam up there in the center, from that beam this way, it all came off. And they turned the roof, they repitched the roof, and they met up with the old side, which I think they did a tremendously good job making it look like it's not a remodel.
Right.
You know, our electrician came in and he goes, you know, I go into lots of remodels, but this one, he says, is seamless. You don't even know that there's been a remodel.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see the floors.
That's what you and I,
Yeah.
we did that color.
It took a few hours of mixing stains to find the exact. Did you save that? Because I'm going to want that one day.
Yeah, I did actually. And, you know, our contractor, he said, why don't you and Laura come to my shop? Because I know you have a certain color in your mind, and if I get it wrong, I don't want it on me. He goes, if you get it wrong, it's on you.
Right. And it turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
love it.
hard not to have orange or red or green
Or
of
too
all
much
colors.
blonde.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge blonde. I mean, I think there's a place for it, but I'm more comfortable with darker woods.
Yeah.
This is French oak wood, and it's stained with, I can't remember the aged barrel, and
It's 9 parts something and 1 part.
9 parts aged barrel and 1 part.
You got to have it written down somewhere,
I do.
Mom. Okay.
I do. I just can't remember what that part is. Yeah. So, but the windows, I mean, honestly.
And the chandelier and
Yeah.
the president's room still lives. So this is the president's corner over here.
Well, I've got presidents from right here, and then they just wrap around. They fit.
Yeah.
They fit in here, and we don't have very much wall space. So I had to be super creative of the bigger pictures.
I like your bouquets. You've got brownie tulips and hellebores.
Yeah.
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, just kind of a simple, easy. Yeah.
We had lettuce in these last Easter.
No, that
Easter
was
before.
2 Easters
Oh my
ago.
goodness. Boy,
Ferns
time
in them
flies.
last year, yeah. The lettuce though, the butter crunch, red butter crunch. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
So there's There's presidents around here. All
Yep,
of those
an
are
entryway.
presidents all the way around.
So this right here, what are you calling this little corner?
That's cocktail corner.
That is cocktail corner.
Yeah.
So there's a sink, which, you know, none of this existed. This is where, well, I mean, it did exist, but
That's where
it
we
was the
had our
couch.
love seat
Right.
and our chair, and Dad and I watched this little TV like that was this big on the kitchen counter.
Right.
For decades.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
So now they've got a specific area, well, a heck of a lot more storage too,
Oh my gosh.
by adding that in.
And there's another shelf coming for each, because, you know, like they said, we'll do this many shelves, and then when you get your things in, you'll know how many you need.
Right.
And we need one more shelf because I have some glasses stacked.
Yeah, and some shorter like
So,
mugs on this side.
Yeah,
coffee
and I've
cups.
got, they're just way too crowded
Right.
in there.
Oh,
So,
can we show them this?
oh yeah. So this is a coffee pot that splatters. So I
Look at that.
yeah, this is
All the stuff hidden without having a butler's pantry.
And this
you know?
lifts up, you know, so I don't ever have to lift that because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all, and this is all cleaning with electric. So there's a vacuum in there and all that stuff. So it's all very well thought out of what would, you know, make this good without having an actual pantry.
Right.
They did lots of
Yeah, so
like
food and stuff.
purposeful
Right.
cabinets.
Well, and then
Yeah.
we'll just gloss by the fridge. See how much shorter it is than the
this
new one
is-
that's coming?
This is more presidents.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, this is the thing that keeps everybody humble.
Right? How did it get all those dings in it?
It came like that.
What?
Yeah, we needed it so bad, and we brought it home. It's just a cheap one, you know, and we thought we'd use it for overflow afterwards in one of the sheds. And we got it out of the box, and it's worse dinged up on the sides.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
And we were so desperate, and there was nothing else available, so we just kept it. So
Oh,
this
my
is our,
word.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to back up this way so you can see the sink. Oh, and Mom harvested some radishes this morning.
Yeah,
those are
gonna be
such
for
cute
dinner.
little, those are like fairy radishes.
Aren't they cute?
They are cute.
I bet they're not hot.
Probably not. I
'Cause
bet they're delicious right
Yeah,
now.
I bet they've got a sweetness to them.
Oh.
So the stove, the kitchen was like this. Like this was here already. They just reused our old cabinets because we had those done not very long ago, and I
Right.
liked them. So they built all these new ones to match
Oh.
the old lower ones that I had. I just and changed the hardware, but we repurposed
Right.
all of those cabinets. And this is not a new stove or a new dishwasher. We had these before. They were just in storage. And the letters rubbed off like almost immediately after we got it.
Oh, really?
So you have to kind of know
You have
how
to have it
start
memorized?
I was going to take a magic marker and
Oh, Aaron would get after it with his label maker.
he needs to get over here
Yes,
and do that.
yes. So you guys, like the sink was here, and
Yeah.
this is where the outside wall
The wall
was.
was right here, right on the other side
All of
this.
this
Yeah.
is a new space.
Yeah. And these are really fun. These are pop-up plug-ins.
Yeah, but they're all along.
And they've got the channel cut where there's lighting at the bottom, lighting on the floor. And in the evenings, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
All this lighting.
Well, and if I
Yeah.
walk this way, there was a half wall, and then there was a cupboard right here, and this is where we all squeezed in.
This was the
around
dining room,
table.
right
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure we have some footage of what it looked like when you
Oh,
walk
yeah.
through here.
Yeah.
And there was a dining room, which at first I will admit I missed it because that was like childhood,
I know.
you know.
I missed it.
Yeah. But
I
now,
missed it.
now that all your stuff is back in here,
It
and
seems
it's like
home
it is
again.
home. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, your stuff and your family is what makes it.
Yeah.
It just shows that it's just a shell.
Yeah, for
Without,
sure.
you know, no matter what. But I did miss it. I kind of grieved, and I know your dad did.
Yeah.
For
He and I both
Yeah.
have a hard time with change.
yes, yeah, he has a real hard time with change, but he did fairly well.
Yeah, he's
I
well.
was
He's
gonna
happy
have to
now.
ship him off a couple of times, but
but you made it.
we made it.
That's good. Still on the hunt for some chairs too.
Yes, and bar stools.
You need to come get a
Yeah.
couple of mine and see if you like them.
I would like to do that, but I need to get some new bar stools as well.
I wish you could find like 2 more that look
Yeah.
just like that.
I do too, because I like the heavy iron
I
black.
do too. And I feel like that's a good look in here, having
it
that
is.
little touch of black down there with the black from the lamp
And
shades.
not too like fancy pants, you know what I mean?
But they have that
Yeah.
antique quality to them, which
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
But looking this way, you can see this is kind of the seating area you guys use at night, right?
Yeah, we do. And we actually have more space in here than we did before because we had this in the old living room in here. And now I'm going to look for, when we go antiquing, like a little chair to put by or a bench or something to put by the stairwell.
Oh, yeah.
Something right there.
And the piano still fits. So the piano was on a wall right here.
Yeah, because there was a wall right here with like these arched, real dated cutouts. It's gone. So, and then we had a little narrow opening, and there was a full wall right here. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
There was a full wall right there.
Yep.
That the cabinets just butted up against.
Right.
So that's gone, which really seemed to open it up a bit. Found your dad a table.
I was just actually looking at that thinking, I haven't seen that. When
Looks
did you
like a
go
book.
without me?
I ordered it.
Oh, say, what the heck?
I ordered it because I measured it and I thought, you know what? He really would be happier if he had a table that he could hold his book and his glasses and his crossword puzzles and his pen and his drink all right there. And it works really well. In those drawers, he can tuck all the things
stuff away.
in. Yeah.
The accoutrements.
Yeah. But it kind of looks like a book to me.
Yeah, it does.
Like the spine of a book.
It does. I love that chair. And then, okay, so all of these, well, the windows are different. They're much bigger than they were.
Well, that was one of the things that the contractor said. He got us aside one day, like early fall last year, and they were tearing all this out, and they were framing in some things. And he said, you guys need to come look at these two windows, because they were just this wide to begin with, but they were about a foot plus shorter.
Yeah.
And that was fine because we had such low ceilings in here.
Right.
But once you open this all up, you have all this tall, and I didn't want to come to these two little squatty windows and then another tall.
Right.
So it was perfect.
Well, it lets in so much more light.
It does. It actually does. Yeah, you wouldn't think because they're just as wide, but just that height.
The height. And this is the south side of the house, you guys, just to give you that idea. And then over here on the east side where the balcony is, that has changed a lot too.
It has. The doors, we always had glass across there, but they were panels built into the wall, and they weren't straight. You know, it's an old farmhouse.
Yes.
It was just like really outdated glass that let in too much UV. And so they actually started, I think, closer to the wall over here. They started a little bit closer to the wall. And it was 1, 2, 3 panes of glass. And then over here was a door that was half wood, half glass. And the only way to keep it shut was to keep it locked because the latch never worked. It was all crooked and nothing lined up. So you had to really push on it, lock it, and then hope nobody bugged it.
Right.
So keep it shut.
Right.
So it's so nice to have things work right.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's really wonderful.
My grandma painted that picture right there. My grandma Kathy.
Your
my
grandma
dad's mom.
Kathy painted that. Your great grandma Lottie, she painted that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn around right here by the windows so you can see back this way. Look at that. I just can't believe all the space. And this light, it's kind of a lightish green color.
It's a custom color match. People are asking what color it is. The best way I can describe it is it matches Hardwick and Ball. No.
Hardwick White?
Hardwick White from Farrow and Ball.
Yeah, you were getting there.
I think that's the closest color that it matches, but they had a heck of a time with it.
It's such a pretty color.
I like it too. It is a gray, green, brownish color.
Yeah.
And it changes colors throughout the day.
But it's all like it never looks bad. You know how some grays, like sometimes they'll reflect
cool and blue.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
And
look
then
like
other
that.
times they'll look more creamy brown.
Yep.
This one just looks good, and no matter what light it's in.
I love it.
So another really fun addition is right over here with the half bath.
Oh,
so you added an extra half bath in here.
Yeah, amazing that the architect could figure out how to add a half bath.
Hey.
I just hung those yesterday.
I got you those at the Newport Flower Show,
Yes,
didn't
you
I?
did.
And I forgot them on the airplane and had to have them shipped.
So when you walk up the stairs, you get to see those.
That's so fun. Did you? You said you just hung them
Yesterday.
I was gonna say I didn't notice those
Nope. In
a couple
fact,
days ago.
I just put a few things out on this and hung those pictures. I mean, it's just a process.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And I keep pulling things out of cabinets and closets and But this is the little half bath, which has been really fun.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Slow pan.
And you know what is so incredible? It's like nothing.
Oh my.
Lots of drawers and cabinets around here have nothing. Nothing at all.
Do you have stuff to fill them with?
Nope.
Really?
Yep. So like I have towels.
Yeah.
And what's in here?
Oh gosh.
Nothing.
That's so nice.
It's so weird.
Oh, I would
usually
love
having
that.
everything just chock full of
Yeah.
things, but when we cleaned out, I gave away, threw away. Really was ruthless, like
Sure.
of what
It just kind of forces you to kind of. It doesn't force you, but it makes you want to go through
clean
things.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you clean it out.
And this, not super exciting, but the toilet's right around the corner.
Well, and there's a pretty picture
there is
that
a pretty,
fit.
yeah.
But I don't have pictures. And this is a pocket door wall, so you can't really hang a lot on that. And this is a pocket door wall.
We can do some command strips and lighter weight stuff.
I think so. Yeah, because there's just, being as it is an old farmhouse, things aren't to code, and this hallway is way narrow. So to get all kinds of doors swinging, it's better just to have it.
And they added a pocket door here, so now my parents actually have their own bathroom and bedroom that they can close the door off to when they're entertaining. Before, that was the bathroom everybody used, and you walk right by your bedroom to get there.
And I never even thought anything of it, because that's just how it's always been. Now that we have this little powder room and everybody can go in there, and we have our own private bathroom, I'm like, oh,
so nice.
So spoiled.
Isn't that nice, though?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun to get things the way you want them to be.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And boy, that was a process, though. You have to go through the chaos and the pain. I mean, how many months was that? It felt like it was almost
8+ months.
Ugh,
yeah.
But look at the results.
Yeah.
Slow pan. Look at this.
It's just
so fun.
So fun.
So watching this whole process, like outsider looking in, Erin and I have been talking about doing a full home renovation.
Yeah.
Part of it makes me a little scared.
Yeah.
But the results are so pretty that it makes me feel excited for when that day comes. Who knows when that will be. I think it'll be a fun process to really get everything feeling the way you want it to, and have the flow better, and having room in the kitchen. One of the things that I like the best, now that we've all been here several times, the whole family, the fridge used to be right in an area where everybody needed to walk through the kitchen, and there was a counter that came out right in front of the kitchen, so you had this tiny little space.
Right in front of the refrigerator.
Or right in front of the refrigerator, right.
Yeah.
And so if somebody was posted up at the refrigerator, which was usually Dad.
Oh, yeah.
They'd just clog up the traffic flow through the whole kitchen, and you'd have to stand there and wait for somebody to move, get their stuff, and move out of the way, close the doors.
And your dad was always like, what?
Yeah, and Dad was always like, big audible sighs, like, what? What could you possibly need right now when I'm in the fridge? So now he can post up all he wants in front of the refrigerator, and it's not in anybody's way. I throw him under the bus, but it's all of us. Whenever you needed to get into the fridge, it felt like somebody needed to get by you. And so those things, those little things make such a difference. But so that's the tour of the renovation, and I think it's beautiful. It turned out just perfect.
I'm beyond happy. Yeah, just super happy with it. The quality of the work. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So now we get to go outside and figure out how to unload these huge trees that were watered before I picked them up.
Oh.
Which is nice for transport, but at the same time, the root balls, you guys, are huge. Let's go take a look. Look at this. Look at this view. And in just, a week? The pool's going to be opened up, or 2 weeks?
On the 29th.
29th.
Yep.
That's a week away.
Yeah,
awesome.
The Brunnera has just gone to town.
Look at that. I think did I show this in the last video? I don't even think it was this
It's just a
spectacular.
Carpet.
Yeah, it's huge and beautiful. How many Brunnera did you actually start off with in this area?
Well, I don't think I had any at all in this area.
Oh, serious?
It's just done its thing over here. I didn't have any planted over there.
Oh, so that's all just seeded itself?
Yeah, I did plant some here, and I did plant a few over here. But I'm talking a few, like 5.
Right. Now there's I don't even know, 100 in this area?
At least. But you know what? They make really nice cut flowers.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I put some in a bouquet for you. Did they stay?
Yeah.
They're not wilted down? Okay.
Yep.
Good.
All right. Look at these trees. Oh my gosh. We've got a multi-trunk birch and a green mountain linden. Look at how far they stick out the back of the truck.
You did a really good job.
I took the back roads. so nobody
Yeah.
could see me.
And they look okay.
They do. Yeah, they do
look
look
like
okay.
They made it.
But you guys, look at these root balls. I think this is what, like a 25-gallon can?
It is a 25.
Yeah. And then the linden's not as bad.
Look at this. You were all official with your red tape.
Well, I was official. Didn't want to get pulled over and cited because I had trees hanging out the back.
It's such a small community. They know us.
They do.
Yeah. They just usually wave.
Okay, we're going to try to manage getting these out of the truck and getting them placed. And then we'll take a little break so we can kind of talk through the tree placement and what the thoughts are for around them. Oh, those look so good.
Don't they look good?
Yes.
And this one is going to shade these two windows that face west. In fact, that might even shade them tonight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4-trunk Jackmanai.
Yeah,
Is that how we say it?
that's how you say it. Yeah.
It grows 40 by 30, zone 5, yellow fall color, which will be beautiful. Anyway, that's a gorgeous one.
I think it is too.
And the way that the leaves move in the wind, except for when they move when you're driving them down the road, they're very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
So pretty. And then look at that one.
Green Mountain Linden.
I'm a huge linden fan. I love the smell of them. These are Corinthian lindens. They're just leafing out. There's
right
3
there.
of them.
And well, there's one you can't see back over there.
Yeah.
So the Green Mountain grows, let me get in the sun, 45 by 35, also a zone 5, yellow fall color. And you can see kind of the overall shape at maturity right there.
And it has that silver gray back of the leaf. So it looks really interesting.
I love the shape of that.
I do too.
I love the placement of that because it's not blocking anything else that you can see back over here. Same with this one on this side. I think it's perfect tree placement.
And I think just 2 big trees in this area because it's not tremendously big.
Right.
And I want to have a tiny bit of sun. We have such a shade garden.
Yeah.
You know, shade. I mean, it's primarily all shade.
Largely shade.
Yeah, which yours will be shortly.
Oh, I hope so.
I can see it coming.
One day I will have trees that look like this. It feels like it's going to take it forever to get there. I was just telling Mom that our whole garden feels so flat to me. Well, because one, it is.
Well, you have some elevation.
Very little, but it's largely just a
Hartley.
Flat piece of ground.
Yeah.
And so to get, because this is flat right up here, but you can really create that cozy room feel once you get some things with some maturity, some good size on them, which I'm looking forward to. I'm just noticing how weird that maple, it looks like it's growing up and then to the left. See that? It's like a crimson century.
Yeah.
It starts here and then it goes whoop.
Yeah.
There you go.
I suppose it needs to be trimmed out.
No.
It's a little close.
That's pretty.
But I like the red color in there.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to dig some holes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Ooh. Here we go. Okay. Well, we did it.
Well, I'd say you and Aaron did it.
Barely. Oh my goodness. We actually had to shift where the birch tree went by, I don't know, 4 feet or so, maybe 3 feet, because there were so many roots, and there still were a ton of roots. We had to just kind of chip at the soil and cut roots, chip more soil, cut roots. And I'm thankful we actually had to make a run into town to get some things, and we brought Aaron back out here with us. Are you happy about that, Aaron?
Heck yeah.
I don't know how we would have done it without you.
Oh, you would have managed.
I don't think so.
Well,
that was hard. Okay, so let's take a look at these. It actually turned out perfect, I think, because we were talking about a pathway through here. And I don't know, Mom, did we remember about a pathway when we initially set the tree down?
No.
No. And then
It actually worked out perfect.
it did,
Yeah.
thankfully. So we wanted to put the tree, you know, about right here. And it's so close to where that locust tree initially was. But now that allows us to come off of these stones right here and do a little walkway through the flower bed over there to where the stairs are to get up on the deck. And right in here, you were thinking oak leaf hydrangeas.
Yeah, your dad likes oak leaf hydrangeas really well.
Mm-hmm.
It turns such pretty fall color.
They do.
Yeah, and so I do have 5 of them reserved at work
Uh-huh.
and pulled aside for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll do that. But you know, our way, Laura, is like we don't roll out a landscape plan. It's all in our heads.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loosely.
Loosely.
So that'll be an interesting thing to see, because oak leaf hydrangeas typically don't want a ton of sun. But I'm looking at where the pergola is casting shade right now,
Yeah.
and it might be just
You
perfect.
think so?
I think it might be. I mean, look at that. See where it's casting shade on the soil? That might be the perfect filtered sunlight. You might have a hard time here, but you'll probably do something more.
See, yes. Don't fall off, buddy.
Don't you think you'll do something more architectural right here,
Yes,
and then
yeah.
start in with your oak leaves?
And I might do like maybe 3, and I'm not going to hedge anything.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be
More
a
relaxed?
loose border.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, and so I may, you know, get away with doing something like
Evergreen?
a little taller,
Uh-huh.
evergreen right there, and then maybe 3 hydrangeas
Mm-hmm.
mixed up with other
With
stuff.
Hakanakaloa
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
hostas.
and a cute little, like, maybe do some stones.
Sort of like this, you
Yeah,
think? Uh-huh.
only smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just make it like a little footpath
Yeah.
through here.
I think that's perfect. And the tree looks so pretty. Look at those
It
trunks.
looks beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And it's even further away from the house, which is not a bad thing.
No, I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's look at the other one. There's the linden. And it looks great right there. That's the perfect spot because you can still see the linden behind it,
Yep.
and the pine, the apricot, the fountain, all that stuff, and it's just to the right of it.
Yeah.
It looks really, really pretty. Now, how far out are you planning to do the grass? Sort of like meeting up with where it was?
Well, I'm going to do this. So it's kind of already a natural curve. It kind of curves this way. This is going to curve around and catch that side.
So all of
All
this,
this is going to be planted.
nice.
Yeah. Now that's
Perfect.
going to be fun to go in
Mhm.
like on a Sunday afternoon when we're closed
Yeah.
and just cherry pick stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we'll have beds around the front side here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all the way around here. So there'll be things that can tolerate heat right now.
Sure.
Eventually they'll be in full shade,
Right.
but that's gardening.
One day.
That's gardening.
That is, yeah.
You gotta
So
be willing
it's
to do that.
it's quite a large. It's quite a nice sized piece of grass still left.
I know, to play croquet.
Yeah, just a smaller course.
We like croquet.
We do.
Yeah.
And you guys, that is going to be it for today's project. I don't think I have another hole digging project in me today. That was a lot. That's what it's going to be like to dig in our garden one day once we have big mature trees everywhere, Aaron.
No.
No? No. Denial.
No.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you, Mom, I don't know if she can hear me, for letting us go through your house. Did you hear me?
Benjamin snack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for letting us go through your house.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It was fun.
It was fun that you guys got to see it before, what it was like for me growing up, and then sort of what it was like right in the middle, and then the end product. Really, really super fun. So anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.